Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Darkfall video. Today I wanted to share with you an update for the Shader Library add-on, version 1.7. And for those of you who don't know, the Shader Library add-on is a free Blender add-on that I've been working on. You can go through the panels and select whichever material you want. So yeah, in version 1.7 we have a few miscellaneous updates, and a few changes that you might find useful. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. There will be a link in the description which will take you to our blog post, and there you'll find a .py script that you can go ahead and download. Then once you have that saved to your desktop, we need to go to Edit, then to Preferences, then the add-on section here. If you've got one of the previous versions, just go over here and search for it. If it says version 1.6, go ahead and remove it. Then we can just click this button here and find the script that we saved. And then once we've installed it, go ahead and enable it. And there we go. So now if we press N, bring up the side panel here, go down to the shader library, and we can see we now have version 1.7. So there's a few changes, as I said, under the hood, just some minor things that you might not even notice. But some of the bigger changes, like for example, if we go to the metallics, we can now define the roughness of these materials before we add it in. So before we do that, I'm just going to change this to rendered view. Oh, and by the way, the render engine I'm using is Eevee, but it works better in cycles, so it's up to you which one you want to use. So yeah, with the object selected, and let's go to gold. It'll bring up this operator here. We could just click OK, and it would be a 50% roughness. You can click this and actually set the roughness to whatever you want. So let's just add this in by default, see how it looks. And then if we Shift D, move this up, let's go ahead and add a new one. Let's set the roughness to 0 or close to 0. And as with all these materials, we can go down here to the redo operator and just change this on the fly if we want to. It's only a small addition, but I think it makes your workflow a little bit easier. Again, let me know what you think of any of these updates or any improvements you think we can still make. This is by no means a finished article. It will hopefully keep improving as time goes on. You'll notice the ghost and the hologram shader is a little bit different as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's add an object to apply this to. So we're going to turn Suzanne into a ghost, so let's go ahead and click ghost. So you'll notice the operator is pretty much the same, except we now have this transparency slider. And the way this works, at 1 it'll be fully transparent, you won't see anything. And at 0 it'll have some transparency since it's a ghost shader, but nowhere near as much as 1. So let's go ahead and take a look, click OK. Then let's click this again. Let's increase this to make this more faded, so we can see it's nowhere near as visible as this one. And again, you can change this on the fly anytime you want. And then finally, let's take a look at the hologram. So again, it's pretty much the same thing, but this time we have a wireframe size option. So the more we increase this, the more the wireframes will be visible, but let's go ahead and take a look at this. So you can see the wireframe is barely visible. If you want to increase that, you can do that by... So the slider goes up to 1, but if you want to increase this more, you can just manually type a value. Have some crazy amount of wireframes, I don't know why, but... So yeah, that's version 1.7. I guess it's not really a major update, there's a few changes. Hopefully it speeds up your workflow and makes your job easier when adding these materials in. Again, if you have any suggestions, let us know in the comments below. Hopefully you found this video and this add-on helpful. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.